right? So when boobies, we're expecting this type of response, right? So the booby comes out, we're looking for a trade that looks like that, aren't we? So we would look into some liquidity areas, prior swing highs, prior tops, prior lows, prior highs, sorry, prior wholesale price levels, blah, 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 75 wholesale. So we'd be looking for that trade to be a trade there. So obviously what happened was the price went straight into the bear part. We never got the boo. So obviously when the price goes straight into the bear part, it looks like either you're going to have to chase it or you're just going to have to wait to see if we get a pullback. We got a pullback here, which I thought was relatively happy. I'm happy with the volume that came in. You see decent volume. And I thought it was worthy of a shot because roughly the same price as what we could have got in just before the data, right? Now, obviously, it trades down to 50 wholesale price. There's a lot of volume coming in here. It's not exploded to the wholesale price, is it? It's kind of dripped its way to the wholesale price. It looks like there's a buyer still coming into this oil from that macro story, isn't there? So the sanctions story obviously is giving us problems, giving us the sellers headaches. It looks like we've got level twos coming into this area. Good opportunity just to close out your trade and say, well, let's see what else happens. And that's it, I'm afraid. Yep, 20 pips. That was it. That was the full extent of it. Not exactly gonna send the ex-wife happy with her alimony check this year, but it is what it is. It's still good enough for a bit of business to be made. $200. It's all right, isn't it? We'll take $200, guys. It's always going to be one of those kind of things where $200 and you start turning your nose up at $200 winners, and you think to yourself, well, you're going to have to get a grip here. $200 is still a good win in anybody's book, so we'll take it. So you might be wondering about oil today. Obviously, it's been sanction driven. There's been a lot of chatter about the new Russian sanctions happening to impact on oil. There was some data coming out from the EU talking about, of course, reducing natural gas imports as well. Lots of sanction chatter, and of course that's driven oil prices higher today. So it's just all about the sanctions. So we've got a fundamental driver. So a lot of value narratives don't mean an awful lot today. So it's just one of those things that we've had a lot of different stuff coming out. We had the oil OPEC report. We've had the sanctions chatter. We've now had the inventories release. It's a bit more of a kind of cyclical mishmash.